Hi everyone, so the final video of the weekend where we'll look back at the goals and also a couple of other things. We're going to be having a little chat about the under-23s and also the fans forum. So as you know, the final video normally on the weekend is we'll look back at the goals, and there is some controversial decisions. The first one being Chelsea's awarded a penalty. Was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? A lot of people saying it wasn't. Some people are saying there is because of the force that Shea does in the back of Alonso. But the thing is, first of all, Fabian Schär's in an awful position because Alonso has already got the better of him. But it's clear that Fabian Schär wins the ball. There's no denying that. He clearly wins the ball. It's a fabulous tackle. However, what some of the people are saying is that his training leg comes flying into Alonso with force, which brings him down. Without a shadow of a doubt, Alonso does not dive at all. He goes through them. Now, I've gone from, and I'm not going to lie, I've gone from being a penalty to I don't know. I still don't know, and I don't think VAR would have cleared this up. It's like, I don't know. I can see it now from a little bit of both sides. I'm trying to take my biased head off this, stop being a Newcastle fan for a second and look at it at the rules. Basically, the rules state if you win the ball, fantastic, but if you go flying through with a force, that's a foul now. So I'm still undecided whether that's a penalty or not, and the kind of a little bit of me thinks, okay, the force that Schär's left leg goes flying at Alonso, which brings him down. The rules would state that's a penalty, and it's difficult to try and explain that, but a part of me think, well, he clearly wins the ball, so it's not a foul. So it's still up for debate. I'm still unsure on that one. Our equaliser, does DeAndre Yedlin, but before Yedlin puts his elbow into Giroud, people are blaming David Luiz for this. I'm actually going to blame Rudiger from Chelsea's point of view, because if you look at where Hosler is, Rudiger has a good 10 seconds or so looking at Hosler, and he's not bothered. He's just totally not bothered. Rudiger can see it, David Luiz can't. Maybe David Luiz should look over his shoulder. But anyways, more on that. Keep an eye on that in a second. So the elbow. Yes, DeAndre Yedlin catches him without a shadow of a doubt. Giroud goes flying down. We know that. Making the most of it. But is that a foul? Probably is. I think we've got away with that. And again, I'm trying to take my own biased opinion off this. However, it's not intentional. Yedlin's not looking at the ball. So I think that's why Paul Tierney, the referee, has allowed it to play on. Yedlin, okay, plays on. He looks up. Hosler's made a great dart to his near post. David Luiz doesn't see him, and Hosler's a great header in the corner. People are putting the blame at David Luiz. I would say that's partly him, but it's also partly Rudiger, because Rudiger sees him for a good 10 seconds. I think two of the Chelsea centre-backs are at fault there, rather than putting the blame on David Luiz. But Hosler, fantastic header. That's his second goal of the season. Question is, can he go on and score more goals and get double figures? That's the big ask for him this season. And Chelsea's winner, okay, so the free kick, oh yes, we can talk about the player who give it away, but you've got to defend it. What I want you to have a look at is, yes, we know Yedlin goes and scores the own goal, but if Yedlin doesn't score that own goal, Ross Barkley's got to tap in. But have a look who's marking Ross Barkley. I know it doesn't make a difference now, but I just wanted to bring this up. Mo Diarmi is marking Ross Barkley at the start of the play. So as the play develops on, you know, Giroud heads it back, Alonso shoots. Yes, it's unfortunate that DeAndre Yedlin scores an own goal, but Ross Barkley's free. It looks like it's Yedlin's man, but it's not. We've already seen that it's Mo Diarmi who's meant to be marking Barkley. So if Yedlin misses it, Barkley scores anyway. So it's regardless of whether Yedlin touches it or not, it's a goal. But that would have been down to Diarmi. So Diarmi has took a lot of the criticism away from himself, more on Yedlin because he scored the own goal. So those were the two goals. Let us know what you think as well. It's controversial, the first two anyways. Now, the under-23s play at night. The lineups, I'll quickly put it on screen for you. But the two big names who are not part of this, who could feature on Wednesday night, and I think they will be amongst at least the subs bench, is Jamie Sterry and Sean Longstaff. Didn't feature, as you can see yourselves on the lineups. The under-23s went to a 2-0 away defeat of Wolves. Disappointing. You know, we follow the under-23s a lot on this channel, and you know, it was a fantastic win. We were there last week when we thumped Sunderland 5-0, which was great. A disappointing draw the first game of the season, so we drew, won, lost. Newcastle under-23 struggled. We know that Ben Dawson is inexperienced, but he's been given this role because we're still waiting to see what's going on with Peter Bielsa. But We'll probably put the highlights up on the Facebook page in the next day or two, so do keep an eye out for them. There's more videos, by the way, on my Facebook page, if you're wondering. Videos that we can't put up on YouTube, so go over and like the page. Now, the fans forum, and it is a joke. It's a joke by the club. And I don't like continually criticising the club, but the PR over the summer, and I've said this before, it's dreadful. It is really, really poor. The fans forum, they're only told 24 to 48 hours before fans forum, which would have been today, Tuesday, by the time this video goes out. The fans needed answers from the club, because you talk about, I think they bottled it. I think the club have just literally bottled it because they knew that heat was coming. You talk about the ticket increases, there was no explanation why. You talk about the carry on with the shirts. You talk about the lack of transfers with Rafa Benitez. Where is the money? We've got a local MP who wants an investigation into Mike Ashley. Where is this money? You talk about Rafa Benitez's contract situation. Is he going to get reassurances every year? What's going on with the sale of the club? We know that the club is still for sale. We know that. I mean, there's more. They can go on and on and on and on. The infrastructure, the youth development and so on. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that the fans forum was delayed right the last second, and it's really, really frustrating because fans deserve answers, and the club at the moment are not giving those answers to me, to you, to the next person. It's not fair and it's not right, and the club need to look at themselves really, really hard, because this is not on. You've got other clubs who bounce off fans continuously, and the relationship is absolutely woeful at the moment, and to change it, and it's been delayed, to think it's going to be September the 24th, somewhere around about there. You know that there's heat coming. You know that you've got some really, really strong questions coming your way. Be man enough to step up like Charlie and the gang to answer those questions. If you can't say if you say we're at fault, fair enough. At least it's an explanation. We might not agree with the explanation, but that's really frustrating from a point of view. And we've got a fans forum member on one of our team at Newcastle Fans TV, and he's not very happy at the moment either. Let us know what you think. Anyways, that's a bit disappointing, but have a good night. Watch this, Dean. Bye bye.